they got Wemby somebody to play with. I think I really like it. I'm just a little concerned with the kind of narrative that I saw emerge on the internet of SGA being like, oh, they finally, or not SGA, sorry, De'Aaron Fox being like, oh, they finally got him his point guard. And it's like, he's not really like he's not like a prime Rajon Rondo, like I don't know if a lot of these people have watched him play, but like he's shooting guard adjacent to me when I watch this game. Am I way off? So like,
No,
I
but
think it's a good move. And I think it's, the scoring from that position is going to go up a lot, which they needed, but
yeah,
I don't know if he's just feeding Wemby now.
Yeah, no, but then they needed someone else that if he's out of the game or if Wemby's having a tough night,
Totally.
someone that can just say, "Hey, I'm going to the cup, and I can dunk it on you." Like I said, De'Aaron Fox is another one of those guys from that 2017 draft. One day we will look back at that draft the same way we looked at 2003, because you got Fox, Mitchell, Tatum, Bam. Who else is in that?
As long as you don't look at one, you're fine.
Yeah, right. Well, but even for him to have the bounce back, him having after the injuries, after that, like he obviously
everyone has their dark though.
You say falls to the dark. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. And then Lonzo had injuries too, so maybe Lonzo, we looked at him a little differently. But
I liked Lonzo's game though, especially once he left the Lakers. Like I was like very pro. He was probably in my top 5 like target acquisitions, which would have not worked out, all things considered. But I really liked his game.
Healthier would have, but he just didn't stay healthy. But
no, I really did like it though. Like once he left LA and I was able to look at him clearly, I was like, oh, you know what? There's a shitload to like about how he plays basketball, and like it's kind of difficult, or it's kind of a bummer to think like how his career worked out, because he could have been like the 2A guy on a really fun team, like a really fun Mavericks team or a really fun Spurs team or something like that. I could have really pictured that, and it didn't work out that way. And I do think you look back and people are so reactive. Like people were basically just mad at his dad for talking so much, but like I don't know. Now that I look back at it and I don't really have to hear from that guy anymore, I'm kind of like, well, he was just like sticking up for his kids, just leading his kids. It's fine.
I mean, but
like who cares?
And once again, they all have done something.
Yeah,
it may have been not the conventional route, but it happened. But just far, I want to speak from the Spurs perspective, because I know the Kings have been all over the place, but so they're fighting Mike Brown. But once again, you get Fox. I really like Stephon Castle from UConn, who should be Rookie of the Year. Here's Derek White 2.0, but he's a little more athletic. That kid could hoop, and if he's up for a contract in a few years, because Derek White and the rest of them guys are getting older, you should absolutely look at Stephon Castle to be the lead guard here in Boston, to play with Tatum and Brown. I'm telling you, look out for him. I was right on the Derek White thing. We have the tape, but I'm telling you that Stephon Castle is in that, he's in that mode, and he'd be a perfect fit here if San Antonio don't re-sign him.
You heard it here first, folks. You heard it here first. Ray's made a prediction. I'm excited to see how that Spurs team works out now, to be honest with you. I really think Wemby's a fucking freak. I'm glad we got to chat about Wemby to Cedric Maxwell. And I just yeah. That was a pretty timing pretty well timed clip.
Oh, so good.
Where do you think, what stage in their development are they, Mike? The San Antonio Spurs now with this edition? Are they there? Are they almost there? Are they a couple pieces away? Are they a couple years away?
Probably just. They're probably 2 more pieces away, like one more starting piece, right? Because is there 4? Is that Harrison Barnes?
Yeah.
Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I don't know if he's the best. I think you need more scoring. I think, and also Wemby needs to put on another 15 pounds of muscle this offseason. If he does that,
I don't know. He's playing so good.
It's a lot, though. It's a lot. He's
7'3", 234 pounds.
That's pretty skinny for this.
I don't know.
He needs to be 250.
15 is a lot, though. That's a lot for his game. That's a lot.
I don't need him to be Shaq. I don't need 320 walking around here. But he's.
So can he be honest? Can he be honest? Can he be honest with a jump shot?
Better.
Yeah.
I'm saying Giannis with a jump shot. That's what. Yeah.
Yeah. If he can do that, then
and
absolutely.
that. But if you can defend at 3 levels like that, like if you can get to a point where you can just basically match up on absolutely anybody
from one level,
his recovery is unreal.
It's insane.
It's
really insane.
That's what I'm saying.
It must feel crazy to play against him.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
whatever he's doing, it's working because I haven't seen anything like it.
You said I think you said it last year, Dave. You were spot on. He was like, look, we better be thankful he's out in West because if we don't get one now, we ain't gonna get one. But we got one.
Dude, I'm fucking. I did say that. I'm fucking scared of that guy. He's like a big giant alien coming to fucking kill us. Like, this is our Godzilla. We need to get ours right now, and then we need to get the fuck out of the way. I really genuinely believe that, which is fine. It's completely fucking fine. But man, I mean, that's a big, scary monster coming down the hill, and he's a lot of fun to watch. And I think anyone who likes ball just likes the San Antonio Spurs. I think that the Gregg Popovich Spurs were often the defenders of our freedom and beating up on teams that we hated or disliked, and we were really cheering for the San Antonio Spurs as our Western Conference heroes a lot. I think Popovich is one of, if not the best head coach in the history of basketball. I think he's cool as shit. And I really hope that that franchise bounces back. I think that they deserve it as an overall entity.
And good on him for staying, because we've seen other championship coaches bounce when their team is under a rebuild.
Yeah, totally. I mean, but also Kyrie Irving bounced on Pop, right? And then, I mean, where do you guys stand on that? Clearly he's still hurt, so it wasn't like the Spurs' fault, right?
Kawhi Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard. Oh, sorry, did I say Kyrie Irving? Sorry, I meant
Kyrie.
Yeah. My bad.
Go ahead, Mike.
No, I mean, I just think, I don't know why he left, but he's never been the same. I mean, he's literally how many seasons, full seasons, has he missed since leaving San Antonio?
Close to 3.
He did win a chip, though. I mean, so it's, you kind of have to balance the two things. Okay. He was right and he was wrong.
Yeah, but we did just say that was because KD got hurt. We just said that.
Yeah, but I mean, you won. I mean, you won, but it's just like,
sure.
But my thing is, basketball wise, and we talked about this when we started the show. But I can't believe it's been 5 years as well. About to be 5 years.
Happy anniversary.
Right. We said that he should have stayed in Toronto. Basketball wise, it made sense. He should have stayed in Toronto because with him, Lowry, Siakam, Boucher, they had it. They had those guys ready to go. Despite the fun rants about Toronto on here, that's.
I mean, the thing is, I didn't even say that. I was on the opposite camp. I was like, if I was Kawhi, I would have fucking left that clown show too. Like, he dragged them to the finals. Proof is in the pudding. Mm-hmm. They look like shit after he left. Like, I mean, to me, I thought he was elevating a lot of those players. And honestly, when I still see those, but I don't know what it was about that team that just rubbed me the wrong way. But I see a lot of those players now that have left that.
What? But you got to think they had been knocking on the door out east for a while. Like, they got to a couple.
It was annoying. You're tiny. Don't do that. Just be quiet over there. Like, it's fucking Fred VanVleet. I don't want to hear you knocking my door, Fred VanVleet. Get out of here.
I
don't want to talk about him.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it took balls from Masai Ujiri to trade DeMar DeRozan, and that's the thing. So,
I don't know.
Made it happen.
I didn't want to play into the narrative, but Mike just texted me that I hated that Bobby loved them. I did probably in the end, but
you were in your era first where you hated anything that Bobby and I really said that was that was against the Celtics. If we were just on here promoting Celtics propaganda in 2020, you hated us.
I feel like that's revisionist history. I feel like that's revisionist history. I mean, I'm sure you do think that, but thankfully we recorded all these. I thank you to say that the burden of proof is on the accuser, but I would just say that I had a chip on my shoulder because I didn't want the Toronto fucking Raptors to be our big rivals in the fucking East, dude. All right. Like, I'm used to playing teams from real places that I actually respect. I want to be battling the fucking Miami Heat. I want to be battling. I mean, I'm even a little resentful of the Milwaukee Bucks, but at least they had some eras, but the Philadelphia 76ers, let's get it, baby. I want to see that. I want to see that red, white, and blue out on the court against our lovely Celtic green. And when it was the Raptors, I was like, can you just have one fun player? I like that era when you guys just had one really fun player that I like to watch, but you never bothered me, And then now it's no, we're building up and then all that shit. Oh, they're so scrappy. Look the way they put this this starting five together, all these kind of island and misfit toys, they're all unwanted. And it's like, no, Kawhi Leonard is a fucking problem. And if you put a bunch of fucking idiots around him, he'll make them look really good. And like, he was on a mission. So that turned out to be, fucking tell him what they want, Johnny. True. Because he left and they didn't do dick ever again. You just stopped hearing from them. So again, the proof is in the pudding. As far as my intentions go, I don't know. You're casting me in a very villainous role there, Mike Marcangelo. I don't know. I feel I've historically felt nothing but affection for you guys in my memory. Nothing but affection.
I could not have done a better job than your rant did. So thank you for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. I will admit it was a much more conflict-driven era for the podcast. And you know what? This is what happens. You grow. You learn and change.
I mean, even our Kevin Durant argument that ended in, well, we both just wanted him, and we just both came to the same conclusion. Well, we both wanted him here. We're hurt. Our feelings were hurt that he wasn't here.
I remember so clearly the morning I woke up and I heard that he went to Golden State, and I was like devastated. Like I really had convinced myself he was coming to Boston, and it was going to be so much fun because he was so much fun.
Because of Kelly Olynyk and David Ortiz.
Oh my God, Kelly Olynyk!
What a time! Oh my God, what a time, man.
We were also coming off the back of building out rosters around Tatum and Brown that just like we're never really going to get the job done. But there was no point in like paying all those guys yet because Tatum and Brown were in their first few years, which obviously we don't really think about that. But then because we're like, go get Kyrie Irving, fucking yes, let's go. Like Al Horford's coming, like we're doing this. But as fans, I think that they kind of did it right, especially recovering from Kyrie the way they did. But there was just a lot of teams that we would build where I was looking at the players and I would be like, you are not good enough to be on the Celtics, my friend. Like you are just not good enough to be here. And so when we would get into rivalries with teams like the Toronto Raptors, I'd be like, ugh, dude, no, for the love of God, like let's not accept this as our level because we haven't won since 2008. I mean, before that it was a long drought too. So I was just worried that our DNA as a franchise was changing, you know?
Yeah, it was for a while. But they found a way to figure it out. So